By the time the one with the beautiful voice arrived with his father, around dusk, dinner getting cold in the big kitchen while we waited, we had gone so far in that we couldn't see the white of the house winking through the trees anymore. Behind the trees now stood more trees, like a mirror trick. Running felt like falling. We were falling in. The ground beneath us was covered up, hidden by the leaves and roots and needles and mushrooms and vines. The baby, who we had placed there, dug into the debris. Has she found it? We asked. Did she find the ground? Leaves crushed in her fat little hand. She stomped on a cluster of mushrooms, and they exploded in a puff of smoke. The mushrooms grew strangely there, not in little crops or in lines, but in circles. We jumped in and out of them like they were hopscotch squares. We embellished their boundaries with pebbles and pine cones. We used them as safety when we played tag. The baby's face and all our hands were covered in their dust. Spores, the secret keeper called it. We tried to get it off, scrubbing our palms with dead leaves and using spit to rub at the baby's cheeks. We chased each other off into the trees, shrieking with laughter. Our voices circled each other higher and higher until they transformed into those of screaming animals. Running behind the trees, we looked like animals too. "Watch out for hunters," called the girl twin. "We look like deer." And so we stopped and brushed ourselves off and returned to the yard, and the others joined us. It was a big house, bigger than any of us could have imagined, more like a museum of houses, a collection of different versions of the same room. There was the largest kitchen, all shiny white porcelain and cool steel. But there was also a green kitchen and a brick kitchen and a tiny, cramped yellow kitchen, and, in the basement, a freezer that looked like a massive coffin and a jolly little refrigerator that the adults said was just for drinks. There was a living room and a dining room and a sitting room and a day room and a TV room and a playroom and a library, and they were all different somehow, even though it seemed to us that they were all used for the same thing, which was sitting around. There were at least 7 bathrooms, though there could have been more. The best one had a window in the ceiling right over the tub, and if we ran the water really, really hot, the steam filling the room pressed against the glass above us, and it was like a cloud we could reach up and touch. It would have been impossible to count all the bedrooms, but we didn't need to. The adults, citing a need to decompress and have some grown-up time, assigned us to a single section of the house, where we would be supervised by our young aunt. The children's wing, they called it, half ironically. Like a cherub, some of us thought. Like a hospital, thought others. The children's wing was on the east side of the house, which of course meant nothing to us. To reach it, we either walked through a hallway on the second floor or entered through the back door, the one facing the river, and climbed up through a narrow brick stairwell. Our territory comprised the playroom, the TV room, the yellow kitchen, 3 bathrooms, and 6 bedrooms. Our parents were worried about dividing the rooms fairly, expecting that none of us would want to double up. The twins' father loudly advocated that his children be allowed their own rooms. "They always have to share," he barked, jabbing his finger into the air in front of our young aunt's face. The baby's mother, who fretted over her daughters, cajoled the secret keeper to room with her sisters. "Wouldn't it be a nice thing to do?" she wheedled. "Then your cousins can have their own rooms, and you can keep an eye on your sisters, and everyone will be so grateful to you." The baby's mother assumed, as we did, that the twins would share. They needn't have worried. We didn't know if it was the whole house or just the children's wing. But there was an unsettled feeling in the air inside that made us not want to be alone. Tired of our own siblings, we instead partnered up by age and affinity. The oldest, and the one whom runs away quickly, made themselves at home in the largest bedroom, the one the rest of us assumed would be taken by our young aunt. They stretched their long legs out on top of the king-sized bed, their sneakers leaving streaks of forest floor on the linen duvet, their duffel bags and backpacks tossed carelessly over the antique vanity and carved oak armchair. The second largest room, the only one with its own bathroom, was claimed by the secret keeper and the girl twin. The liar tried to stay with them too, pointing out that she could fit easily on the love seat by the window. But of course, this was deemed inappropriate. To stave off an argument, The secret keeper took the baby and stated decisively that the room was full.
Para seguir escuchando este audiolibro gratuitamente, haz clic en el enlace de la descripción y podrás escucharlo completo sin coste gracias a la prueba de 30 días de Audible.